Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is SimplyKrystelle. So today's video is going to be all about drugstore brands that are dark skin and women of color friendly, black women, brown women, just darker complexion or women friendly. So if you want to see all of these brands that cater to and that do include darker skin, then just keep watching. I do have a video filmed like this, drugstore brands that are not dark skin when not friendly. So if you want to see the video, I will link it up above on one of these cards, some one of these sides, I don't know, but I will link that up above for you guys. So the first brand that I really wanted to give a mention to, a shout out to, for just being so inclusive with their products and complexion products, would have to be NYX Cosmetics. I think that they do a great job at having a very variety shade range. They have an array of shades and you can find your shade in NYX. It's not as if like some brands that only come out with like 8 shades in one dark skin tone foundation. So I think their complexion products are amazing and they really do. I feel, I don't know, I haven't worked with NYX before, I don't know, but I feel like they really take into consideration our different skin tones, our different undertones, and they really cater to darker skin. And also they do work with dark black influencers. Like I remember Jackie Aina works with NYX a lot. I know Too Much Mouth, she did a campaign with them. Alyssa Ashley when they were coming out with that foundation. So they really do work with darker skin influencers, black women, and I feel like their products really are more inclusive as compared to other drugstore brands. Another brand that I wanted to mention is Maybelline. I love Maybelline. I think that they were one of, I feel like, the first drugstore brands to have an array of really deeper shades, because I remember with the whole Fit Me line, well actually over the years the Fit Me line did expand, because I remember at first, like in 2015 when it like was getting popular, the darkest shade I think was coconut, because I was wearing coconut, and then as the years went on they started expanding. So I mean that you know, they should have done it first launch, but Maybelline, I will give them a shout out because they do have really good shade range, especially in our Fit Me foundation, which is one of my favorite foundations, the matte and poreless one. I love that foundation. They have a really good amount of shade range, and I feel like they take into consideration our different skin tones. Like even their lip products go, you know, from super light nude to darker nude. They have darker lip pencils. I feel like I can find something that works for me in Maybelline, and I know that they go really deep as well. Now I'm not sure about their bronzers or blushes because I haven't tried that for Maybelline, but I'm just strictly basing my information off of foundation and concealer. Those are just the two I'm basing my opinion on. But yeah, so I know like their foundation has an array of shades. So the concealer I feel like could use some work, because in the, I have my phone right here, but in the Insta Age Rewired Eraser, the darkest shade is, I believe, Mahogany or Deep Bronze. It's one of those two, and I just feel like that doesn't go deep enough, because if you're very deep, like you cannot highlight with that. So I do think their concealer could use some work, but their foundation has 40 shades, even though it's like a lot of white and lighter skin, but it does go to the darkest espresso, which I think is, you know, that's pretty good for a drugstore brand. Now they need to do some work, you know, because just because it's drugstore doesn't mean they can't include everybody. I think they need work on concealer. But if I compare Maybelline to Almay, or compare Maybelline to Rimmel London, or even Went Wild with their complexion products, I definitely think Maybelline takes the cake and Maybelline outbeats them for complexion. Another brand that I feel like is on its way to getting there would have to be Milani. So Milani, I have their foundation right here. The Conceal and Perfect foundation is in 24 shades. The darkest shade is Golden Toffee, which I feel like that could be better. They could definitely go darker, way darker than that. And then their concealer has 18 shades, with the darkest shade of their concealer being Cool Cocoa. So I feel like their concealer goes darker than the foundation, which doesn't really make sense, because I feel like why not just make your foundation a little darker? Screen Queen foundation, it does have 40 shades, and the darkest one is Deep Espresso. So if I'm just gonna put my phone here, this is the darkest shade that they have, which is really good, I feel, because this really goes like super deep and very rich brown, which is amazing. I do think Milani is getting there. Are they there yet? Absolutely not, because I will say they're not there yet because I have wanted to try their bronzers and I cannot find a bronzer that works for my skin tone. So Milani, you need to work on your bronzer shades, please. But yeah, so their complexion products are pretty decent. I definitely could see room for improvement. I think every company can obviously improve. I think Milani has a way to go, but I think that they're better than other companies for darker, deeper skin. And the next company that I want to shout out is e.l.f. Cosmetics. I didn't think I would really shout out e.l.f., but I feel like e.l.f. has been grinding. They have been working so hard, and the reason why I say e.l.f. works for deeper, darker skin is because I am currently wearing their Camo CC Cream color correcting natural finish like CC cream, and I feel like this really like they hit the nail with this one, because usually in drugstore foundations I do not ever use just one shade. I usually have to mix because my undertone. Anyway, so the whole thing is that they really hit the nail with this, and I feel like this can work for so many skin tones. This CC cream, it does only have 16 shades, with the darkest being Rich 660N. This is what the darkest, deepest looks like, which I think is, again, very nice that it goes this deep. And it shouldn't be like, oh, thank you so much, e.l.f. No, that should be standard. It should be standard that whatever complexion product you're coming out with, it should always have everybody in mind, every shade in mind. And I think for a CC cream, for them to have 16 colors, that's amazing, because usually CC creams will always be like, oh, we only could come out with 10, or we can only come out with 5. So I think that it's really nice that they made an affordable CC cream that's a great formula that a lot of people can use. So I really love e.l.f., and I think that they're kicking it with the concealer shades, the bronzer shades. I have to give them a shout out, a big shout out for their cream bronzers, because their cream bronzers run so rich and dark that I feel like, you know, darker skin can bronze with those shades. Like, those shades are so rich and just beautiful and so brown, and it's just really nice to see an affordable company like e.l.f. create products that have darker skin in mind, that have women of color in mind, that have black women in mind. It's just so nice to see that they are trying, and that's why they made it to the list today. Now, this company right here is not drugstore, they're just more affordable. I would have to give a shout out to Colourpop. I think Colourpop is amazing at complexion. They are so affordable, so well priced, and again, they run very wide. Like Colourpop, they have, like, I just feel like from Colourpop, a lot of their stuff works for darker skin, whether it's the eyeshadows, the lip products, the blushes, the bronzers, the complexion. Like, the foundations are really good, the concealers are amazing. Everything that, not everything that Colourpop makes, but most of the complexion products that Colourpop creates really has darker, deep skin tone in mind, and that's why I had to mention Colourpop. I feel like Colourpop is one of those brands, like, I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. They have kind of like not been on the radar as much, like people aren't really like checking for them as much as they used to, but they're still, you know, popping, they're still making it. But yeah, Colourpop I think is an amazing brand if you're looking for affordable makeup. If you're deeper, darker skin, I think that you will find your shade in there. The only problem with Colourpop, well, now they're sold in Ulta, so now with Colourpop you can find it in Ulta. I was gonna say the only problem is it's online, but no, you can go to Ulta and look for it, but I'm not sure if Ulta carries all of the shades. That's the only thing I'm not sure of, if they carry all the shades. But you can go to your local Ulta, look at the shades, maybe even put it like on your arm or something if your Ulta allows you to do that. I know some Ultas are like, with the COVID and everything, it's still kind of iffy, but I think Colourpop is an amazing affordable brand that does cater for darker, deeper skin. So guys, those are all the brands that I feel like cater and work for darker skin, and you know, they're trying, and when they launch products, they are doing an array of ranges, and they're trying to include all of us in. These are just my opinions. This is not me bashing any brands or saying, oh, you know, maybe you like another brand that I didn't mention, but you know, it's just my opinion. And if there's any brands out there that you feel like are really catering to darker skin, please let me know down below in the comment section if you ever want me to try it. And also, I'm looking for some great black owned brands. Like, I know I want to try Liss Beauty, I need to try Fashion Fair, but like I'm looking for some indie black owned makeup brands to try out. But thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you are not, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.